So we're Chwapa soldiers who seem to be the enemies in this little dungeon. So we're just gonna kill them real quick. And from here we're gonna grab a chest, grab some old boots, grab this. Now, pressing square enables you to compare the item with another item in your inventory. Excuse me. Now, from here, my item is better, which it actually is, and you press square again, so I can equip it straight from that menu. So my guy's gonna talk to me, and basically he's just saying that he just marveled that I'm actually alive, and he wants me to go find some guys. So I'm gonna ask him what happened to me, and he's gonna tell me that I died, and I was resurrected by a device called the Well of Souls, which was created by, I believe, the gnomes or something to resurrect dead bodies. So I need to go get to Professor Hughes, and that's where we're going to go from here. And here we have a radio menu, kind of like what is present in the Mass Effect series. So we can choose a whole bunch of options, basically 3 options to choose from. Who is Hughes, who are these attackers, and I have some questions myself. Now these latter 2 options basically inform me about what's going on in the world of Amalur, or in this little section that we're in. But we're actually going to go to Hughes to advance the storyline. So he's going to tell us who Hughes is. He's going to tell us that this guy actually made the Well of Souls. So we're just going to skip through that and blah blah blah. So here we have some more stuff that that's just detailing the world of Amalur, what's going on in this little section of Amalur. But the blue highlighted area is what you're going to want to click on to advance through the story. So we're going to click on where is Hughes. He's going to tell us where he is, and he's going to guide us to him. We're going to press circle to exit the conversation. Look around for some items real quick. There are no items around here. He's going to open up the door, and we're going to go off. My bad. And long loading times. And we have destruction of the weather sword. And then now the well of souls has been destroyed, we are actually going to go over here and keep going. So I'm going to pull this lever over here to open up the door. I actually like the doors in Amalur. They're very nice, and that you can actually tell that the developers actually put time into the mechanics that go behind the door. Now we're going to attack the box. And then we're going to go over to this this thing to get our first shield. Press square. See that we don't have a shield equipped, so we're going to press square to add it to our inventory, or to equip it. So here we have our first shield. Now behind this little rock are the Chwapas. Now if we are able to bring up our shield at the exact time that their attack hits us, we'll parry them for some damage that gets dealt to them. So, oh crap. Let's see if we can parry. There we go. You guys can see that it did do some damage, and I went into a critical hit. We're going to keep going. And then here we're going to happen upon a longbow, so we're going to press start, go into our weapons, secondary, equip the longbow from here. As you can see here, if you press and hold triangle or your secondary weapon slot, or whichever slot you have it currently equipped to, it's going to charge up the longbow. Now the longbow is an auto-targeting weapon, so since we have it charged up, it's going to auto-target the nearest thing, which is actually this Chwapa soldier who is also hitting with a bow. So we're going to hit him, and he's dead. we're going to switch back to our primary weapon. Now, you can switch from your primary weapon to your secondary weapon on the fly. So that's a pretty nice feature that they added into the game. It really does make the combat more fluid and allows you to juggle your enemies once you get more weapons in the game. So actually, we're going to go over here and grab something over here. It's an item. Go in the chest. We have tattered documents, which we don't need, but if we actually want to see what they were, you can press square and inspect it. Now, as you can see here, the tattered documents state that the writings on these documents are too faded to be of any value. So from here, we're actually going to press triangle to add it to our junk. Now, this still adds it to your inventory, but adds it into a space independent from your other items list in your inventory. So when you go to a merchant, you have, and you want to sell your stuff, you have a list that just says junk, and you can just sell all the stuff that's in your junk to get all of your money back from them. That's a little neat feature that they added into the game. So here we have a lockpick. We're going to grab that, and you'll see the lockpick in use later on in the game. First up, we're actually going to press L1, or not L1, actually, click every swap for soldiers real quick. There we go. We're going to press L2 on the DualShock 3 to bring up the item radio. Now what this is that basically we can bind consumable items to any one of these little slots. So what we're going to do is go to the top one, press square, and bind the healing potion to there. So you're going to press circle to go back out of it. Now anytime during battle, we can just press L2, go to the item radio menu, press X, or we'll go to the item, press X, and it'll heal us. Or if you want an even faster method, items actually map out onto the left and right on the D-pad. So you're going to press left, and there's our healing potion. We're going to use that real quick. So here we are, we're going to go to our left, grab our first daggers, press start, replace both our daggers. Now as you guys can see here, the daggers are fast, and your weapons do have different speeds to actually differentiate them. The longsword that I currently have is at a medium speed, and then you have your daggers, which are very, very fast, allowing you to chain combos extremely easily. Now if we press what button is it? If we press R2 after it lets us do it, we're actually going to go into stealth mode. Now what this does is it allows us to pickpocket enemies when we get close to them, or go in for a quick stealth kill. Now if you guys can see there, I'm not sure if you guys can see, this little icon above the enemy up ahead. Now that's called, that's basically an eye. Now if that eye fills up with red all the way to the top, that means that they're alerted to our presence and we cannot pickpocket them or anything anymore. Now if I were to go over here and try to pickpocket them, if you guys can see that it's actually filling up, we're actually going to press triangle to kill him real quick to perform a stealth kill. But if I pickpocketed him, it would show what I could get from his pocket, and it would also show that excuse me. It would also show that it'll also show the percent chance that we have of that pickpocket actually failing and him being alerted of it. So we have two archers aiming at some citizens, I suppose. We're actually going to kill one of them with a brutal stealth kill. The other one's actually going to go someplace else, and stupidly enough, he didn't see us. So we're actually going to kill him with a stealth kill also. Nice and brutal, just the way I like it. And from here we're actually going to go into another one of these doors. Now from here we're introduced to our magic system. Now if we press R1, we'll bring up the little magic quick menu. Now we have our lightning or storm bolt ability bound to our square button. So if we press R1 and square, we're going to shoot out a lightning bolt. And then from there we're going to progress with the game. I believe there might be something down there, but we're not going to go down just yet. There might be a chest or something. Here we go. Treasure chest.